Hey everybody, Melanie here, and this is not a weigh-in check-in. This is actually a follow-up video that I had promised, talking to you about more things that I found out about Genepro. The main thing that I found out is, if you remember from a video a while back, the first video that I posted about it was that in their formulation they were putting an enzyme, and they were touting the praises of this enzyme, ProHydrolase. Well, it is true that enzymes aid in the digestion and breakdown of protein, and that's common knowledge. It's been done in agriculture for over 100 years. An example is with swine, pigs. When they are given the enzyme, they become more muscular. They process the protein and they become muscular. And then when they want to fatten the pigs, they stop the enzyme and then they start putting on fat because they don't process the protein as well, and they do more carb loading and they get more fat on the animal. So when they want to have animals that are more muscular, they give them the enzyme and then they cut off the enzyme for the fat to build up. So ProHydrolase is added to the Genepro protein, but it is not made by Genepro. It is made by a company called Deerland Enzymes, and they have a website. And ProHydrolase is used by more than just Genepro. It's used by Cytosport, it's used by Evolve Protein, and it's used by Cutler Nutrition, just to name 3 examples. So ProHydrolase enzyme is not something that is exclusive to Genepro. There are other protein supplements that use it, and you can even go online to Amazon, as a matter of fact, and order just the ProHydrolase enzyme enzyme by itself. So if you wanted to just take the enzyme and use it to aid in the digestion of whatever protein you're happen to use, you can do that. It comes in a capsule form. It's 250 milligrams. It's called ProHydrolase Advanced. Again, it is made by Deerland, Deerland Enzymes. They are a company. They're a reputable company. They are run by actual medical doctors, as well as scientists, chemists, and they have lots of research. And what is extra funny, I thought, if you go to the Genepro website, the MuscleGen research website where they advertise their Genepro protein, you'll see all these different charts and graphs, and also referencing clinical studies, but they don't have the actual clinical studies published. The charts and the graphs come directly from the Deerland Enzymes website. Those charts and graphs and those pretty images are swiped directly from the Deerland Enzymes website. They weren't created by Genepro, and they're not Genepro's numbers. They are ProHydrolase numbers from Deerland Enzymes, and they deal with their enzyme, not with Genepro protein. So a lot of this bioavailability and absorbency numbers that they're talking about on the Genepro are actually talking about ProHydrolase and not Genepro. So that's kind of a gotcha there, and this is publicly available information. You can go to the Deerland Enzymes website and see exactly what I'm talking about. So that's pretty much the only info I have about Genepro, the product itself. Now, also using publicly available information, I was able to find out some more about the people running MuscleGen research, specifically Brian Parks. Brian Parks is like the president and CEO of MuscleGen Research, and he claims to be the discoverer of the Genepro protein molecule, or whatever it is. He did a video a couple of weeks or so ago talking about Genepro and the wonders of it. And he, right off the bat, introduces himself as Dr. Brian Parks. Now, to you and me and every other average person, at least in the United States, when we hear that, we're thinking medical doctor, right? Wrong. He's not a medical doctor. As a matter of fact, I'm going to question his doctor credentials period. He claims to be, I'm looking at his public LinkedIn profile. Again, I'm not defaming anybody. I'm not making anything up. I'm using publicly available information released by him. This is on LinkedIn. It says that he is a PhD in genetic bioscience, which he misspells as genetic bioscience, from the University of Canterbury in New Zealand. And he says that he got his degree by distance learning, which friends and neighbors would mean by the internet. He also has a BS in business management from Trinity University and an MBA in business management from Trinity University. Now, for him to have a doctorate degree in a science such as genetic bioscience, which would involve biology, chemistry, genetics, to get that by distance learning, he would have had to have done his research and his graduate level research at a reputable research facility. There is nothing referencing any studies or published works by him. Secondly, he would have to have undergraduate degrees, not degree, but degrees, a bachelor's and a master's in science of some sort, whether it's chemistry, biology, biochemistry, microbiology, something like that. He would have to have science degrees to be able to get a PhD in any kind of science anywhere. He does not have that. So to say that you have a PhD from a foreign university through distance learning, friends and neighbors, I'm questioning that. Okay? Where's his published works? If he's a PhD, he has to publish something. Where's his research? Where is it? Okay, he also claims to have a patent, to hold a U.S. patent issued February 2014 for Genepro medical grade protein. Ladies and gentlemen, I went to the U.S. Patent Office's website and I did a thorough search. I searched for Genepro. I searched for MuscleGen research. I searched for Brian Parks and Brian M. Parks. And I can find absolutely zero U.S. patents for anything under any of those anytime around February 2014 or anytime in 2014. If you look at any other product on the market today in the United States, if it holds a U.S. patent, they're going to list the U.S. patent number. If the patent is pending, it will say U.S. patent pending. But if it has a patent number, they will state the patent number. Ladies and gentlemen, he does not list a patent number. It is not listed on the website, and it is not listed on the Genepro containers or the Genepro website. I can find no evidence of a U.S. patent. I can't find it. If it's there, where's the patent number, please? Okay, further looking at his LinkedIn profile, he says, let me find it here. He states being an actor, fitness model and actor. If you look at his video, yeah, he's pretty buff and he's not bad looking. So if he's supposed to have an MBA and a PhD and done all this genetic chemical research, he's an actor too and a model. Wow, when does he find time to sleep? I wonder. Okay. And also on his LinkedIn profile, starting April 2016 to present, he is CEO of MedFitRX. And it says MedFitRX provides a full range of services based around medical science. Well, he's not a doctor, a medical doctor, so how can he say medical science? It says they can provide nutrition and supplement plans and workout plans, or we can step things up to a whole new level by doing a full blood analysis and genetic testing to determine what your body truly needs in order to achieve your physique augmentation goals. They do blood analysis, they do hormone therapy, they do homeopathy, homeopathic consultations, medical weight management, cryotherapy. Do you know what that sounds like, ladies and gentlemen? That sounds like all the other bullshit weight loss clinics that you and I have gone to thousands and thousands of times, and it's snake oil, it's hooey, it's crap. I've gone to his website, MedFitRX, and it's there are several locations around the country where you can buy your little franchise and open up your own weight loss clinic. And of course, they sell Genepro and lots of other supplements that Muscle Gen Research manufactures or markets or licenses. And again, they talk about cryotherapy and homeopathy and hormone therapy. You know, I'm sure they do like HCG pills, all that great vitamin and all that great natural herbal stuff to make us lose weight. Yeah, right. And they'll even draw your blood to do a big analysis on it. And as a matter of fact, when he did his Genepro video a couple weeks ago, it was in his clinic, weight loss clinic, MedRx clinic in North Carolina. And if you look in the background, you see there's exam tables. Makes you think you're going to go see some doctors for some medical weight loss consultations, doesn't it? This guy's not a medical doctor. He's a PhD. I don't know. I can't prove it. You know, talking about testosterone optimization. That sounds like that enzyme crap herbal stuff that they talk about. It's supposed to boost your testosterone. That they found out doesn't work because it's quack medicine. Those quack supplements that don't work. You know, melatonin, antioxidant needs. Talks about genotyping assays. You know, and then even back to Genepro itself. What does it say on the Genepro can? It says medical grade. You know what? Medical grade doesn't mean squat, especially if you're not a medical doctor. And then in his video, he claims he's not marketing to bariatric patients. My foot, if you have something that says medical grade on it, and you have these little weight loss clinics that say MedFitRX, that's screaming medical. And bariatric patients, when we hear medical, you know, the ears perk up and we're like, oh, well, this is a doctor, right? No. Quit drinking the Kool-Aid, people. This guy is a snake oil salesman, it looks like. And this stuff is hooey. And like with the charts and the claims about bioavailability and absorbency, he's stealing somebody else's information. It's the stuff about ProHydrolase enzyme from Deerland Enzymes is the claims he's saying belong to Genepro, and they don't. They belong to the enzyme that is in Genepro. And then he has these clinics, these weight loss clinics that we all know and we've all fallen victim to and wasted countless of thousands of dollars on, and it doesn't work. So that is what I've discovered. I hate being so direct and blunt about it, but this kind of thing really irritates me, and it makes me mad, it makes me passionate, because it's stuff like this that preys on the ignorance of people. Weight loss surgery patients, no, we've never bought protein before this. We don't know what we're looking at. When you're trying to lose weight, you're desperate. You're going to try absolutely anything. How many times have we tried the freeze-dried, pre-packaged crap programs that don't work? How many times have we tried the supplements that you see their infomercials on late night TV, and you're sitting there at 2 a.m. depressed, crying with a bag of Cheetos, thinking, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And then we buy it. Do you guys remember that Sensa weight loss crap that you're supposed to shake on your food, and it's supposed to use these smell receptors to fight your hunger? How many times did we buy that? How many of the vitamins and the white fat burning this or that or the other supplements that we see have we bought? How many weight loss clinics have we been to, and it's just a bunch of hooey? How many hypnotisms have we paid for? This is not facts that we're seeing here, that I'm seeing here. I'm seeing a lot of claims and a lot of fluff, but I'm seeing no substance. So that's what I have to say about that. Thanks so much for listening, and I appreciate everybody's feedback and all the response that I've had on the past video about it. My apologies if I've made anybody mad or offended anybody. I'm just trying to share valuable information with you guys and spread the truth, okay? Because, if there's something to refute it, please, where's the patent number? Where's the published works? Where's the undergraduate science degrees? Where's the true evidence of a true PhD? Where is the true clinical research showing actual Genepro and not the enzyme or not somebody else's work? Where's the science to back the story? That's what I want to know. Anyway, love you all, and thanks for watching. Bye.